don't know how they're going to divide the lake, but it's going to be divided in half.
Okay.
With that, then we're going to get told which side we will be the morning session. So we go out, we fish for 4 hours, and we come back in.
Okay.
And with that, it's every scoreable fish, which is 12 inches or longer for bass, counts. So we catch it, bring it in the boat. We have a high school youth boat official from the high school fishing program. They weigh the fish, make sure that none of the penalties are imposed if it touches us, if it touches the boat, if you break your line, any of those things. There's penalties that come with this that make it so you can't fish anymore, 2-minute or 4-minute penalties. So we go through that process, but that fish gets logged instantly online, uploaded.
Okay.
So let's say I just catch a fish and it was 2 pounds, it's going to show up on a score tracker and it's going to be live. And everyone who's tuned in on the internet is going to see that, as well as what Andy catches or what Bob's catching or what, you know, and anytime anyone catches one, it updates and updates and updates.
Yeah.
But instead of it being a typical tournament where you might have 5 of your biggest fish in a day, this is every fish just adds to your weight.
Okay.
And at the end of the tournament, the heaviest total weight wins.
Yeah.
So with that, our strategy is just to catch as many fish as possible.
Minnesota, it's really been known as walleye world for a long, long time. Realistically, we're blessed with fabulous bass fisheries. We really do. I mean, and you can see by the weights of the events that we've been fishing here and how good these guys are. And I know I've actually fished a number of national tournaments with some of the best bass anglers in North America. And these guys, this entire crowd here, I guarantee you, they would. Every one of these guys would be very, very competitive in those events. There's not even a question about that. And as far as my success, today I actually I did something different with this tournament than I knew it was going to be. The last number of events has been more of a finesse fishing, deep weed line fishing. Caught a lot of fish shallow, so what I tried to do was power fishing all day today, and which was primarily a swim jig and buzz baits, and I actually had my fair share of fish and chances. Actually, I had four little problems every once in a while, but not to mention just missing fish and losing fish, wind. It's not excuses, it is what it is, but it was really enjoyable. I really like to go out and do something different, you know, power fish. This lake here, I mean, it's a fabulous lake. It really is a tremendous bass fishery.
I got what's working for me, and I'm just running with it.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm going to be in the hunt or not, but at least I know I should be catching them. When people
will give you updates, like, now you're in the lead, or now you're in second. That's a driver and a motivator. It can freak some people out too, but it really gets us going. The weeds are growing deeper than they have before. The forage is out there, and there's just fish all over the place.
And we had north winds, we had east winds, we had west winds, we had no winds, sunny, overcast, rain, cold front, big time. So we had the gamut this week, and at least what I'm doing, it hasn't really mattered, and the fish haven't really even repositioned.
It's going to be a slugfest, it really is. Yeah, it's going to be a big fish year.
This is the new format. As we get older, I get more sensitive about creatures and people. It's normal to feel that way. We have no dead bass swimming out here. We're not bringing these critters up in bags and beating them up. Every fish is released. This is the new way. But we need our anglers to support it big time. And because look at this audience. We have this huge audience, we didn't even have a weigh-in. But there's an audience that's out there, thousands of people watching this, and we have to make sure we do it right.
A lot of the fishing going on today, it seemed like a lot of deep weed line stuff, a lot of finesse fishing, drop shot and jig worm. That kind of seems to be the best way to fish this format. But yeah, this place is definitely getting healthy. I remember last time we came here, like if you caught a 4-pounder, that was like you won big bass or the tournament. And to see that many fish that big in here, it's really nice to see this lake starting to kick out some bigger fish. I know it's been doing that for a couple of years. Probably has something to do with the zebra mussels and the milfoil. They're kind of a good combination. But yeah, fishing was, I was expecting, I thought there would be more fish caught today, but with the clouds, and it was pretty windy for most of it. I think that probably hurt a lot of it, but and it kind of took away from it. I think a lot of the dock bite and the shallow bite was kind of off because of the clouds, but you know, somebody's gonna win every time you go out on the water. And yeah, it was really interesting because a couple of the other ones I've been to have been such blowouts where a guy will be up 20, 30, 40 pounds. And I mean, this one literally came down to the last 10 minutes. There's probably 4 guys that had a real good chance of winning. So made it really exciting all day, and that's all you can ask for as a as a spectator or fan of the sport. Watching a tournament is you want drama, you want to keep it interesting, and we had a horse race all the way to the end, and it was really fun to watch.
What's really fun is the way that you guys do this tournament, the live tracker, and I can't tell you how many people in our community have been in contact with me, my husband, friends, and said, how do you get on that? How do I see that? Oh my gosh, can you believe this? And what's really neat is you take people who are outside of the world of fishing that you work with every day, and you've brought them into this sport in the community of Alexandria. So you look around here and you see our crowd that we've got, and that's due to the way that you guys set this up. So absolutely amazing. We are grateful to have you here. We love fishing in Alexandria, and it's so wonderful that we can celebrate something that's so dear to our hearts with somebody like Classic Bass and bring the Champions Tour here. Hopefully we get you again next year.
I'm feeling strong enough to bring the world into. Feels like ever since we left this place, young, wild, and ready to make our way. Overdressed another day. All my time has come today. I'm feeling strong enough to bring the world into. Feels like ever since we left this place, young, wild, and ready to make our way. Overdressed another day. All my time has come today.
Anytime I can give a hand to Scott doing this Classic Bass thing, I've said before, but this is the best thing we got going in the Midwest. Where else are you going to get to fish for a brand new boat? That don't happen, and big money, and sounds like good stuff coming for next year. So hopefully I can get a little more time off, maybe fish one of these. But if not, I'd love to always be here and help out where I can and just try to grow this thing as much as we can. Minnesota went through kind of a lack of big tournaments for quite a while. And it's really nice to see this get going again and have us, something big to fish for rather than all those little, 10, 15 boat club tournament type deals. So it's really nice to have an opportunity to fish for a boat every year and big money throughout the season. So thanks for putting this on, Scott.
A special thank you to our boat officials. Our boat officials through the entire season have been the Minnesota Youth Fishing Programs, okay? They have been at all of our events. They are the boat marshals. This group of anglers, this group of young men and women have done a stellar job for us, and I couldn't be more proud of them. If they're your kids, you should be very proud of them. On behalf of the Champions Tour, we want to present a check to the Minnesota Junior Bass Program for $9,000.
All right. Let's see. Zero it out. Yep. Good job, man.
Give you a sign here if you want to do it now. Sorry.
For the Minnesota High School Student Anglers Program, we want to also donate to them a check for $7,000 today to the high school program. Not a bad day to go fishing. Winners happen, events happen. Guys can get on a catch fish, and they win, and they deserve that. But what's different about this group of anglers to get to this level is what I call champions. These guys are making decisions all day long, throughout the day, minute by minute, to put themselves not in a position to place, but in a position to win. They are winners. Today's angler is typically a guy that runs around like a chicken out there. He's scrambling nonstop. He's the fastest angler I've ever been in the boat with. Normally it's like, hey, can I step in the boat with you so we can get a video? Yeah, okay, but I gotta move right now. And you chase him all over the lake to watch him catch fish.
Really interesting to see how it worked out. I kind of really thought Matt was going to pull it off, especially after the first half. He was looking really good, and I don't know if it's official on who exactly won, but it looked like Dean caught up to him and a couple other non-locals. But even Capper, I mean, he's probably fished 30 tournaments on this lake, so he's definitely no stranger here. He's definitely taking my money a lot of times here. But yeah, it was interesting to see the local guy versus the out-of-town guys. But it was a great contest at the end of the day, and curious to see how it all shakes out.
Let's welcome to stage my friend. Congratulations, Dean Capper.
Yeah, I lost my dad last year. The bite had stopped, and I'm like, God, me and my dad won a tournament up there a few years back. And I went in there and I picked up a different bait than what I was using, a chatterbait, and I went up in that particular area. The tournament we won, we caught them on crankbaits, but it was a different weeds and whatever. I went in there and I caught a few, and it was, them few were probably the 10 pounds that let me win the tournament. And that's just a little story. The right people in the right places, and it's only going to get bigger and better. It's hard to win, and it's always fun to win a championship. I'm proud to be your champion, and thanks for everything.